Carnival horizon sliced through the Caribbean waters on November 6, 2025. A floating city of lights and laughter on a 6-day family vacation. Among the thousands of passengers was 18-year-old Anna Kepner, a cheerleader from Titusville, Florida, known to everyone who loved her as Anna Banana. She had earned her boater's license before she could drive, was PADI certified to scuba dive, and had dreams of joining the Navy after graduation to become a canine officer. That evening, she told her grandparents she wasn't feeling well. She kissed her grandmother goodnight in the casino, saying, "Meemaw, I love you guys. I'll see you later." They never saw her alive again. The cabin Anna shared that night held 3 siblings: herself, her 14-year-old brother, and her 16-year-old stepbrother. Her father and stepmother were in a room directly across the hall. The grandparents were just steps away. At some point during the night, the youngest brother heard something that would later become critical to the investigation. Yelling coming from the cabin while Anna was inside alone with her stepbrother. Then the ship went silent. The next morning, the family gathered for breakfast. Anna wasn't there. They assumed she was still sleeping, still feeling ill. Hours passed. 16 hours passed. No one checked on her. At 11:17 a.m. on November 7th, a cabin steward entered room 6347 to service it. A routine task on a routine day. What they found was anything but routine. Anna Kepner's body was discovered under the bed, wrapped in a blanket, and buried beneath life jackets. She had been hidden. When the ship docked in Miami the following day, it wasn't passengers disembarking that made headlines. It was the body bag being removed. It was the quiet escort of a 16-year-old D-boy taken directly for psychological evaluation. The Miami-Dade Medical Examiner's office would later rule the death a homicide. Anna's death certificate stated she died of mechanical asphyxia and that she was mechanically asphyxiated by other person. Sources close to the investigation provided a more specific detail. She was killed by what's called a bar hold, an arm placed across the neck, cutting off airflow and blood to the brain. Investigators found 2 bruises on the side of her neck, consistent with this type of attack. There were no signs of sexual assault, no drugs or alcohol in her system. Just 2 people in a locked cabin, and something that went terribly wrong. The 16-year-old stepbrother became the FBI's primary suspect almost immediately. Court documents in a separate custody dispute between his parents would later reveal that he had stopped taking his medication during the cruise, prescribed for ADHD and insomnia. According to his mother's text messages, he skipped his insomnia doses for 2 nights before Anna's death. When evaluated afterward, he repeated the same thing over and over. "I can't remember anything." The family sent him to live with relatives, citing the risk of any danger to the other children in the home. Anna's ex-boyfriend, Jim Thew, told local news he wasn't surprised by the suspicion falling on the stepbrother. "There were signs before this," Thew said. "She complained about being uncomfortable around him." The father of Anna's former boyfriend added chilling details. The stepbrother was reportedly fixated on Anna, once carried a large knife, and had allegedly tried to climb on top of her while she slept during a FaceTime call. The family had been warned. The concerns had been raised. And yet they were all on that ship together. For months, the public knew almost nothing. The FBI remained silent. The medical examiner's office declined to comment. The case was sealed because it involved a minor and occurred in international waters, giving federal authorities jurisdiction. Most of what emerged came through an unlikely source. A bitter custody battle between Chantel Kepner, the stepbrother's mother, and her ex-husband, Thomas Hudson. In February 2026, court filings in that dispute revealed that on February 3rd, the 16-year-old had been charged by the United States Attorney in the Southern District of Florida for the redacted and homicide of Anna Kepner. On February 6, 2026, the teen appeared before a federal magistrate in Miami. He wore a camouflage zip-up and a ball cap pulled tight around his face. He hung his head as he walked out of the courthouse, accompanied by public defenders and U.S. Marshals. The courtroom was locked. The case remained sealed. He was processed for pre-trial release. After the hearing, Anna's father and stepmother released a statement. At this time, it is deeply painful and disturbing to our family that the person responsible is able to walk freely. This reality adds to our grief and outrage. Anna's biological mother, Heather Wright, lived in Oklahoma and had been barred from the funeral. She attended in a wig just to say goodbye to her own daughter. In the weeks that followed, she took to social media with raw emotion. They didn't charge him with anything when he went to federal court, so I'm not sure what that's all about. I also heard he's being tried as a juvenile and not an adult, which is wrong. That boy knew what he was doing when he did it. Pray for justice for my daughter. Anna Kepner should have graduated in May 2026. She should have joined the Navy. She should have become a canine officer. Instead, she became a case number, a sealed file, a body found under a bed on a cruise ship. Her grandmother's words still echo. I now know how she died. It helps a little bit, but it's not going to bring Anna back. The questions remain. What happened in that cabin? Why 16 hours? And will a grieving mother ever see the justice she demands? The answers are sealed. For now, we wait.
Thank you for watching. If this story got you thinking, hit subscribe, like the video, and share your thoughts in the comments.